What does it mean to be vegan? Are you vegan if you're constantly in people's faces telling them that veganism is the only way and that meat is murder? Or are you vegan if you're more compassionate and if you're kinder and if you're only trying to help the people that really want to be helped? Or are you vegan if you're just kind of passive, if you let people pass by and you don't get in their faces and you let them eat their meat and you eat your veggies and your rice and your beans and you kind of let everybody go down their own paths? I ask this question and I give these examples because this seems to be a question that no one in this community can answer right now. What makes a good vegan? I think that everyone thinks that if we can gather some sort of consensus on what it means to be a good vegan, you know, a good vegan is a compassionate vegan, a good vegan is a forceful vegan, a good vegan is a passive vegan. I feel like so many people think that if they can answer this question, point their finger at someone and say you're a good vegan, you're a bad vegan, and let it go, then all of a sudden everything will be good and everything will be happy. But what I think people who are saying this don't realize is the fact that just like every other human in every other community in the entire world, we are a patchwork of different humans with different thoughts, feelings, histories, family relationships, lives. My method of spreading the vegan message may be very different from how Harley or Freely or Richard from Vegan Gains spread the vegan message. My way of spreading the vegan message will also be extremely different to Fully Raw Christina, Raw Vanna, and tons of other people. But who is to say that my way is any lesser than someone else's way, or that their way is any better than mine? There is no deciding factor. There is no possible way to look at someone and say you're a good vegan, you're a bad vegan, you represent this community well, you represent this community poorly. There is no chart that we can put people on and rank them from best vegan to worst vegan. There is no way that we can decide who is spreading this message most effectively. So why are we spending so much time talking about it? I think it honestly comes down to the fact that people always want to prove that they're better than someone. They always want to be bigger, faster, stronger, spreading the vegan message better, making better videos, putting out more videos, providing better quality in their videos. We always want to be doing the next best thing because that is a part of the human nature. But I think the problem that we're running into, and the problem that the vegan community and many other communities as well always seem to run into, is the fact that you don't always have to be trying to be better than the next person if we're all going toward the same goal. I don't look at somebody in this community who probably has like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions more followers than I do and say, you are less valid than me, I feel like I am putting out better content and you're worse than me. If we're all kind of going toward the same goal, then that's fine. I know that so many people believe that like, Harley, Freely, they're being too forceful, they're making people turn away from veganism. And you know what? That may be true. But why are we talking about it? Because that's not going to get them to change. I think that they're people who are very happy in their ways, and I'm happy that they're happy in their ways. And just because they're happy doing their own thing and spreading the message in their own way doesn't mean that I need to support it or that I need to do it myself. So for me personally, I want to help people go vegan who want to go vegan, who want to change, who see the validity in this lifestyle. I think it's a futile effort for me personally to spend time on people who aren't interested or who don't think that veganism is the right way to live. I'm not going to spend 2 hours trying to convince someone that this is a valid, helpful, beneficial way of living if they're not interested and it's going to go in one ear and out the other. I would so much rather spend those 2 hours talking to several people, if not tens of people, who are interested in going vegan, who just need that final push, that final, you can do it. But just because that's my approach doesn't mean that there are not tons of people who will go vegan if you're forceful with them. And that is where people like Harley Freely, Richard from Vegan Gains are helpful in this movement. And on the other side of the spectrum, despite me versus people who are much more forceful, there are people who put out recipes and teach people how to be raw and do different diets like Fully Raw Christina and Raw Vanna. And these are people who are choosing a different approach, and they're getting to people through the food benefits, the health benefits, changing your skin, changing your body shape, exercise. This is what their approach is, and I'm very glad that they're there because I'm not very into exercise, I'm not into making food videos, so I prefer not to do those things. But I'm glad that there are other people doing that, just as I am glad that there are people out there trying to reach the people who don't want to go vegan, but eventually learn that it's better through the more forceful people. I'm not saying anything in this video that has not been said before. There have been so many videos posted in this community in the past month or so about this topic, and I know that me posting this is going to get me hate, it's going to be kind of a futile effort, but I figured that, you know, in the midst of all this craziness and in the midst of all of this daily drama, literally there's something new every single day, I think that it's important to kind of put out this message that, you know what, I know it's been said before, but let me just remind you, it doesn't matter who does what in what way. If you don't support somebody on YouTube, don't watch them, don't give them their AdSense dollars, and don't give them views. If you do support the way that someone is spreading their message, then like their videos, subscribe, spread their message, like try to be as supportive as you can. But past that, let's stop with the bashing, let's stop with the low blows, let's stop attacking people's personal lives, and let's stop making things up. I think that the making things up factor of this drama in the vegan community in the past few months has been absolutely insane. You cannot pull lies out of thin air. You cannot accuse people of serious crimes and put them in danger of their lives changing for no apparent reason if it's completely made up. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about what makes a good vegan, and my answer to that question is just being you. You are inherently a good vegan by being vegan, by spreading the message when you can, and by doing what you think is a good effort in the vegan community. And of course, that's not me saying that every single vegan is a good vegan. There are some really, really shitty people out there who just happen to be vegan by chance or by ethics, but just because they follow that diet or that lifestyle or that mindset does not necessarily make them a good person. So that is what I mean when I'm saying choose who you follow carefully, choose who you support carefully. You don't need to watch their videos, you don't need to give them that money, you don't need to like their videos, just kind of ignore it. If it really upsets you or that particular person attacks you or something you believe in, then make a video about it and talk about it. But do it constructively, do not attack personal things that have nothing to do with what you're talking about, and just remember that at the end of the day, you are a good vegan for being vegan and being nice and happy and by trying to spread the movement, and yeah, I think that's pretty much all I'm trying to say. I don't know. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to click on this video. I understand that there are a lot of people who will think that I'm only making this video for clickbait or to get views or whatever, and I am so happy for you that you have that opinion, but this is honestly just something I'm very passionate about and a lot of thoughts that I've been sitting on for a while now. I am not here to please you. You decide yourself if you watch my videos or if you subscribe. These are my 2 cents. I dropped them into the pile of all the other 2 cents of every single other person in this community. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video, and yeah, bye!